Hi! It's day one of my accordion adventure, and this is what I bought off eBay for $70. It's an antique German accordion, I think. If you can zoom in on the markings here. It says DRG Schütz Universal Fulton Schütz number 35941. And it's got all these cool little engravings in the plates. This one says the Pitchler, I guess. I like the buttons on it. Everything's all exposed, so it looks pretty cool. Although this one right here kind of stays open, so we have to get a new spring for that one. But the rest of them seem to work. The bass buttons, the bass valves are pretty cool looking too. Although this one's, there's a pad coming off of this one.
Just take it out.
I was missing a strap over here, or I broke a strap, so we're going to have to get a new one. There's still a thumb strap here. And these, I don't know what this is called, the clasp that keeps the bellows together is also missing. So, it's in pretty bad shape. And these are, this is broken. I don't know what these are called yet. These pegs here, which I assume either adjust voicings or volume or something, are gone. But it's still a pretty cool looking piece, I think. The scariest part is this. So there's a lot of stuff inside that's probably broken right now. But some of the buttons play. Let's see. That one sticks up. So I think this row at least is in the key of E flat, as we tuned that earlier. This one basically makes no sound, so we'll have to take that apart. And then the bass keys do work. This one's got that pad issue, but lots of extra vibrations. I don't know where they're coming from. It's my accordion. We're going to take it apart and see what's inside, because that's really scary. Alrighty, we've taken the screws off the treble side of the accordion, and I've saved them here for later so I don't lose them. And we're going to see what all the rattling on the inside is, and I think it's going to be bad. Yeah. So there's at least 6 of these that are missing, and lots of little parts. Good news is that they're different sizes, so we should be able to figure out where they go. I'll have to label all these too. But it looks like we've got a lot of repair that we have to do on this accordion. So here's the bass. So the bass is all intact, although I don't see the leather.
Your valve's missing, yes.
Valves, yeah. But the box is there. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of work to do here. Alright, so we're going to be on eBay and some specialty stores online to find out how to do this. Opened up the button box, and we've got the treble half out. We've discovered what these pegs do on the top. See what you can? This controls how much air is coming through each of the sections. And they were closed off before, which might be why they weren't making noise, but also they weren't making noise because we were missing all these reeds, which I've arranged over here in size order so we can identify which one is which. And we've got all these, I don't know what these are called, the leather little tones, valves that vibrate on top of the reeds. So we'll get those fixed. So those will move up and down. And yeah, there'll be lots of work to do.
Still first day. Well, we've done some surgery. We've taken all the reed sets out. We have found that most of the valves were disconnected and bouncing around. The good news is all the reeds do exist and nothing's come out. One key has a broken spring, but I'm thinking that looks like I can make it out of a safety pin. So I'm going to make one.
That's the one that was sticking, or it wasn't closing, right?
Yep. And then this one squeaks, but we'll deal with that. Otherwise, they all look good.
We've completely taken this entire thing apart.
Yeah. Ordered the wax to re-glue it together. We're going to have to do a lot of work with valves to make it tight. Haven't looked at the base side much yet. That'll have to come apart too. The slides for the voicing, and that's what these little guys close off these valves. These two are for the one row of keys, these two are for the other row of keys, so each key can sound either 2 or 1 or the other reed, depending how you have them set. These are really tight, so I have to figure those out. The outside ones are pretty good.
And this is wax all over the place, not sawdust.
Yeah, this is wax all over. No wood has left except this little teeny piece that was already broken. Had a heck of a time getting the keyboard out. There was evidence that other people have tried before, but they apparently didn't do it carefully with the right screwdrivers. So we got that apart, and we will be replacing those fasteners.
We got the bellows out. The bellows looks like it's in good shape. There was I couldn't see any daylight through it, so it's all good. There were lots of little of the leather pieces, leather reeds, stuck inside. So clean that. It's gonna need a lot of cleaning. There's a lot of dust, and it kind of smells like bowling alley.
It smells like a 110-year-old wooden instrument.
Yep. Yep. And we went through all of the reeds and played them, and I've made a chart of what they all sound like, and as you can see, it's horrendously out of tune. The question marks are notes that didn't even play, and then the pluses and minuses indicate how flat or sharp they were on the tuner. It looks like we have an accordion that's a B-flat, E-flat accordion, so that's kind of interesting. And then I found a fingering chart online, and these are the notes that they should be, according to that. I've found 21 button charts and 23 button charts, but this is a 19 button, so we'll have to see. But we know what it's supposed to be tuned in. I'll just have to find a new fingering chart or make one. And we have the keyboard installed and fixed. This one that was not working before, Clark MacGyvered with a safety pin spring, and the rest of it's looking really good. I cleaned it all up with lots of cotton balls and Q-tips. So that's all clean and shiny, and we didn't put the screws back in, but you can see now that the holes are all the way open. They were partially blocked before because these blocks were in various positions. We're going to put the screws back on, and then those will be adjustable. Clark sat on the couch and just worked these up and down all day to make sure they were nice and loose, and they were going to work. As you can see, all of the reeds are out, and they're now categorized by color. Each row has a different color, and this, for instance, is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th one. So if something happens to this arrangement, we'll still be able to get them back. It's also very important to put them right side up because this side is a different note than this side, so we had to be able to restore all that. So, and there's the bass side. We're missing about a dozen of the little leather straps, so we've ordered a pigskin so we can do some of that. We're also going to use that for the handle. Also polished up the bottom. Air key's looking nice. The wood's all shiny. These could use some polishing, but the screws are so tiny and so rusty, I'm not going to take it off and try to brasso it. I'm going to wait till we get our Dremel back from the boat and do a little bit of polishing carefully not to mar the wood. So that's that. So we have 2 halves disassembled after a lot of cleaning, and the bellows are over here. There was lots of dust that came out of these when I was cleaning with cotton balls and Q-tips. And that's it. We're ready to get some things in. We've ordered some parts, and we'll update you soon.